Hello, everyone. Today is Thursday, April 27th, 2023 at 3:45 p.m. Today makes 3 weeks since I've been here. So, the that natural soap that I used, it it's quickly, like after two washes, well, after taking a bath twice, not in one setting but 2 different days, it is clearing up my seborrheic dermatitis dandruff flare up that I had. So the satanic transgender from Cottage Cafe, he attacked another one of my videos. Again, another one of my old videos from way last year, like as if he's trying to suppress the truth. So I woke up after midnight. Like I dozed off. I don't know if it was before or after midnight. I was so tired and sleepy last night from being sleep deprived the night before. So then I fell asleep and was asleep for like an hour or two. And then I woke up to use the bathroom. And last night I was too tired to even put my phone on the charger. So, I went to use the bathroom, then I put my phone on the charger. And then after that, I don't remember how long it was that it took me to go back to sleep. Excuse me. So then I woke up and I put in the description box, what happened. I meant to say, I put in the most recent community post, I put down what happened. So YouTube is in on it too. So I'm sorry, I got mucus stuck in my throat. So when YouTube, well, he falsely reported that old video. And they said at the 3:20 mark, when I was describing the items of the cafe, like the sandwiches, salads, whatever, wraps and everything. So that's what I was talking about at the 3:20 mark on that video. So YouTube lied to me and said that at that 3:20 mark that I violated their community guidelines for sexual talk and nudity or whatever. I appealed it and they rejected my appeal, but they just kept it as restricted with adult content when good thing they didn't strike it down, but they kept it restricted as adult content. But a lot of the gang stalking, sex trafficking, all that, I've been talking about everything that they're doing. And so now this is their fake way of trying to suppress and censor me getting the truth out about what they've been doing to me. So, and then other professed targeted individuals have said so too when they try to expose the truth about this is what the gang stalkers are doing to me. They're reversing on you and lie and say that you're the one with the bullying and stalking and harassment and everything else. And then, they try to frighten, and they do it in groups. They don't do it alone. It's like they got a whole, pack of wolves, a whole pack of Rottweilers in fake human form to come and like try to ravage you and take you down and destroy you. I mean, ravish you or whatever. So Abusive narcissistic gang stalkers don't allow you to make mistakes. They heavily criticize your mistakes, like as if they're more perfect than God. So, there's a difference between an accidental mistake or an intentional, willful, evil, sin, crime, something evil and wicked, to do on purpose. But if you did something by accident, they criticize you harshly, and you'll never hear the end of it. And so I had a difficult time. I was so frustrated and upset that I had a difficult time trying to go back to sleep. And then eventually, after some time, I went back to sleep. And then I woke up the loud cars woke me up. So I woke up at just before 6 o'clock. And I had to use the bathroom. And then I grabbed my phone off the charger and tried to go back to sleep and couldn't sleep. So I think I was farting around on the internet for a while, just probably saving YouTube and TikTok videos or something, or I don't remember what I was doing, but I kept trying to go back to sleep and just couldn't sleep. So it was about 8:20. I had to use the bathroom again, and then I had some farina and milk for breakfast, and that was it. Well, I had some sugar, butter, and a little bit of the Himalayan pink salt, and then I guess I was just back, online again. And then, and then I think I fell asleep or dozed off sometime right after 10 o'clock this morning. And then after that, my sleep was spotty, but I got me some sleep and had some very intense, vivid dreams that I now do not remember. But then I think I woke up at approximately 1:30. And then after that, I went and I went and I think it was right after 3 o'clock. I I even tried to go back to sleep and just couldn't sleep that great, but I'm still feeling sleep deprived. So I I know what I was doing. After I woke up, it had been a long time. So I Google searched myself, and the fake Stephon Adams sex trafficking perp put up a few more, because I haven't even checked their website in a long time. But the fake Stephon Adams sex trafficking perp, he wrote more fake slanderous blogs about me, and Starbricker kept trying to guess They, and then at one point it seemed like with all their gossip and slander and lies and everything, at one point, they kept on getting frustrated because they couldn't find out soon enough. They couldn't find out soon enough where I was at, you know. And then it was like April 12th or something, and Starbricker was like, well, Candy is in Stockton, Texas. That's where she's at. And they're like, no, she's not in Stockton. She's in such and such. Or she might be in this place. Or she might be in such and such place. Or she might be here. And then they're like, well, I'm frustrated because there are too many Dollar Generals right across the street too many Dollar Generals and Dairy Queens near some cabins, and they're frustrated that they couldn't stalk and locate and find out where I'm at. So it looks like as of April 18th, maybe she must have saw fake Darnell Williams fake post, but she illegally figured out that Candy Grand Prix, Candy lives in Bloomington, Texas. And they're like, yeah, she's lucky I don't call the front office and make her back homeless again, on the streets again, and show the front office her videos and this and that, whatever. And I'm like, and so they're sitting there gossiping about, I'm not the only one. It's like they gossip about Brian Two's mental health, and they gossip about Brian Two's health, physical and mental health and eating habits. And they gossip about Kevin Christian. And now they have a new gossiper. No, he's not new but he just recently started showing interest in me. The fake wet NAYRB. And so as I said, the TIWatch.org, it's like, as I said, they brag about their gang stalking cyber crimes. They brag and laugh and gossip about their gang stalking cyber crimes that they do to us targeted individuals. And so Starbricker is a compulsive liar, and so is, all the gang stalkers are narcissistic, abusive gang stalkers. They're all compulsive liars. So, they get frustrated when they cannot control you. And it's like, I don't even know y'all. Stephon Adams might, just like I know that the picture is fake, Stephon Adams might be a fake name too. But Starbricker, I know that's her real identity. But, just like she likes to dox the shit out of me, like when I speak the truth about her, she makes threats to say that I could get sued or whatever. But when I get mad and say that, well, she doxed me, they'll be like, oh, you can't take me to court. It's public record. Well, your stalking activities that I screenshot real proof that you said or did this online. And when I show it, you try to get it struck down, or you try to lie and say that I'm doxing you, which is illegal, and that you want to brag about taking me to court. So Starbricker will not cease at bragging and laughing and falsely accuse me of being intellectually challenged or mentally slow or whatever. If that's the case, why would you harass and torment and ruin the life? And I'm not backing down. I'm not shutting up. I'm going to continue exposing everything that y'all doing. How can you talk about other people's inappropriate behavior when you are a voyeurist, satanic, sick, creepy, peeping Tom? You're a female peeping Tom. You're disgusting. So I mean, they want to pry into how many baths they think we're taking, how many calories they think we're eating, how much money they think we're spending. So you can clarify the truth about something, and they will still falsely smear you and make you look like a bad person. But y'all are federal criminals. Federal criminals who think y'all slick enough to not get caught. But our government is criminal, and that's why y'all keep getting away with what y'all doing. Star Bricker keeps lying. Like when I exposed her, like last week or the week before, I saw came across one of my twin sisters' old videos full of lies about me, where Star Bricker admitted to my twin sister that she's part of the fake, LDS Latter-day Saints Mormon cult church. So then Star Bricker tried to lie and say that she's not. She lied to Stephon Adams and said that Candy lied and said, no, you admitted that you're part of the fake. And then you're following their YouTube channel. And you got internet history of being part of their fake cult. You don't think I fucking research you too? Yeah, I fucking said it. I don't do it every day or consistently. But I'm trying to figure out, who the fuck are you? Who is this lady who keeps stalking everything I do? So and they know that they say fake stuff just to get underneath your skin and try to get a rise out of you. And as I said, y'all too old. If you're 62 years old, 63 or whatever, in 2019, she said she was 59 years old. Whenever her birthday came in, then she said she was 60 in the year 2020. So she's 63. So she lied and said, well, Candy said that I'm 62 years old. I'm not 62. I'm 61. You said your birthday. I caught you telling my twin sister that your birthday is March 31st, 1960 or something like that. Yeah, I think you said your birthday is March 31st, 1960. You falsely call yourself a unicorn proctology specialist on Facebook. So, like, that shows how immature you are. Act like you delusionally believe your class clown funny. So they brag about stalking my Twitter. They brag about stalking all of my internet activity. You don't think stalking an innocent person who doesn't even know you, you don't think that stalking people is bad behavior? Evaluate yourself, but the money is too good, and it's like y'all stalk people for the thrill and the money, and because you think that target deserves to be punished. But you're a criminal trying to you brag about your own criminal behavior towards us. And so they are sexually perverted, and that's why I call them, that's why I figure they must be part of the trafficking, because they're obsessed with sexual stuff about us. So if we're so gross and disgusting, but you pry into and stalk, it's like you brag about wanting to see us naked and stuff like that. So you're sitting here, I mean, y'all not even trying to get right with God. Y'all think y'all are perfect, and so it's like, so let me see what else they said. So they bragged about, they gossiped about me leaving, like being forced out of Pensacola, and and they bragged about, and they were even documenting and stalking my activity, but they twist the truth and turn it into a lie just to make me look crazy, or to falsely make me look crazy, or falsely make me look bad. So that's why I say you're not gonna invest all this time to stalk a person, and you're not getting paid, knowing that gang stalking criminal network, that they get compensated and they get paid for what they do, while they think the target deserves to be punished with no money. So if they brag and gossip and laugh that nobody's gonna hire me, they brag about that nobody's gonna hire me. But then I try to get a job, and then they sabotage my job and then lie and say that I don't want to work and that I enjoy being homeless on the streets, when it's actually they're projecting their opinions about us, about me. It's like they want me homeless and jobless and penniless or whatever. So they think I deserve to be punished with just surviving off of barely $200 a month. So I screenshot Starbricker lying and saying that me writing my ebooks and short stories is not work, and that I am not an author. And then, but y'all think y'all gang stalking crimes is considered work. But I'm gonna say it. Nobody answered the phone, but I called up the Fort Wayne, Indiana, fake LDS Mormon church, hoping to contact somebody and let them know everything Starbricker has been doing to me for the past 3.5 years. Actually, it's been longer than that, because it was like as of summer 2019, she chimed in and started, building her fake portfolio of gossiping about me on Stefan Adams' fake website. And so I wasn't even aware of her existence, and I didn't know that she was secretly and covertly stalking me far back as 2019. I didn't know that she was stalking me until October 2016. And that morning, she got my channel, one of my videos, wrongfully striked on YouTube, when it was a racist white lady hurling, and she was a racist white lady made a racist Karen rant at me and was perping the shit out of me that morning, October 16th, 2019, on my first PsychWorld channel. And then next thing you know, I got falsely accused of the racism when I exposed that that lady was hurling racist insults at me and bragging, and this was in downtown Pensacola. Excuse me. And the lady was bragging about, how her dad was part of the KKK and all that, and so she ranted and just made a fake street theater weird ass show off. And so when I exposed that, then that video got wrongfully struck down as my first warning, and I could not get the video back. And I appealed it, and they rejected my appeal on YouTube. So then later on that day, I think it was rainy off and on that day, and they Truman showed me and kept manipulating the weather according to whether or not I take my rain poncho off or put it back on. And so Starbricker made her first harassing comment that day. later on that afternoon. And so so then, of course I got mad and blocked her. I thought it was a man at first, but I blocked her. And then about a week later, she sent me a fake $10 PayPal donation that I did not ask for. And then, had a fake apology, fake insincere apology with $10. So then I did not make the connection or realize that that was the same person. So she was bitter and mad that, I was so, fighting for my life, dealing with the targeting and homelessness, fighting for my daily survival. So she was bitter and mad that I didn't unblock her. And I didn't realize that that was the same person. It went over my head and I forgot about it, but I didn't realize that was the same person. So then, after some time, she started, attacking all my videos, trying to get them taken down because she was mad, and then she had multiple accounts, and then she called herself SL Bricker on another account. And I wonder, who's this lady that bragged and laughed about having all my videos taken down? So or bragging about having my channel wiped down. So then she started so she bragged and laughed about having my channel wrongfully taken, the first PsychWorld channel. And then I had, it was called, the other channel that was called PsychWorld Backup, and it's now called the main targeted by the PsychWorld channel. And so now I have a targeted by the PsychWorld Backup channel because she nearly succeeded at wiping out every channel that I have. But so she illegally obtained my phone number and called me without my permission, and falsely accused me of suicidal ideation and a welfare check, trying to play psych games, talking about, oh, well, I haven't heard from you in a long time. Well, let's try to get you put in a mental ward or whatever, or for suicidal ideation. And she was texting and harassing me, and then I'm like, this person knows so much about me. I thought it was my twin sister or a close family member that knew too much about me. And so she was like, nope, I'm not one of your family members. Nope, I'm not a perp. Nope. And she was like, I'm not a perp. I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Look me up. So she dared me to look her up. So when I exposed the type of demon she is, you want to make threats to sue people for doxing. But here y'all wrongfully doxed the city that I'm in. Y'all illegally found out that I'm in Bloomington, Texas, and I do not feel comfortable with y'all knowing, like, the perp stalker network fraudulently and illegally know the precise city that I'm in. Bloomington, Texas, which is a small town part of Victoria. But it would be the gang stalking network's fault if I end up back homeless on the streets again. They think ruining lives is funny. If you think somebody's crazy or intellectually challenged, why are you trying to sabotage an innocent person's livelihood? Somebody who doesn't even know you and somebody who's never done you anything. So she harassed me so bad to the point where I didn't even mention her name, Star Bricker, but I mentioned Stars 15K and Alex Dupree about how, in my first published ebook. So as wrongful punishment, her childish petty revenge is to write false bad reviews on just about every single ebook that I publish and write. And she brags about how she can read it for free on my blog, or she brags about how she can read it for free on Amazon Kindle. Like she got the Amazon Prime, so she can fraudulently and illegally read Amazon Kindle books for free. So I mean, it really sickens me how she thinks that she's better and thinks she's perfect. And they stalked and harassed me to the point where I was forced to leave Quora. My twin sister is teaming up with online strangers to harass and take down me. I mean, that's my own identical biological twin sister. Not a doggone foster twin. I'm talking about biological twin sister. There's no such thing as a doggone foster twin. Like, y'all retarded with that. So, if she's supposed to be the other half of me, and the fake foster mom has my twin sister brainwashed to feel like totally cold-hearted towards me. And it's deeply heartbreaking that my twin sister did not care about me suffering out there on the streets. And while my twin sister is the abusive narcissistic perp that would pretend to be the victim and also do like the regular perps, lying and saying that I'm the one who's wreaking havoc and stalking and harassing them. But they all have falsely, like, it's a dead giveaway that somebody's a perp. Even if you fake target, pretending to be a perp, or one way you sold out, when you want to call another TI schizophrenic or say that I need medication just because you're mad at me, you say I'm sick, crazy, and need help, or that I need to be medically, psychologically stabilized. Excuse me. So this town is so small, and so as I said, I mean, I do not feel comfortable with them knowing this small town that I'm at. So they want to make it like as if one strike against me of me exposing the gang stalking activity, and I'm out of here and back punished homeless on the streets again. All because I exposed you and outed you as a perp. Or anybody here in this city. Because almost, as I said, almost every freaking living soul except me. Almost everybody's a damn perp here. Everybody except me is a perp here. And they can hide behind Jesus and have so many fake churches all day long, but you're still a devil worshiping satanic perp that plays both sides. So the very moment of me for me to expose a gang stalker here, I gotta get wrongfully kicked out of the whole damn city. And the online gang stalkers falsely accused me of being a menace to every city that I go to. But it's like y'all are a menace to the kingdom of heaven. I mean, as I said, why are you wasting your time going to any kind of church? Why are you wasting your time going to any kind of church or being part of a church membership and you going to hell? I mean, if you want to go waste your time, go to hell, I guess there are other things you can be doing with your life, but you wasting time going to fake church to serve a fake master and you're still going to hell. You're not serving the one and true living God. So, I mean, if Stefan Adams, this is how they try to be double-minded. If Stefan Adams try to control where people should eat and try to say, well, Candy, thinks she's too good to eat off the dollar menu. But then then they gossip about, Candy put a whole big blob of butter on a bowl of oatmeal, but she won't eat fast food. And that big blob of butter that she put on oatmeal that, oh well, that's unhealthy and this and that, whatever, you know. So it's like they're demonically infested. They're compulsive liars. They lie about everything. And also the fake TI perp Ronald Soriano came and made a fake comment, a fake harassing comment, defending and agreeing with the perps on my Targeted by the PsychWorld backup channel. And I told him, I blocked him. He went and subscribed to all my whatever my channels. So if you don't like me and you gossip right along with the perps, while at the same time you go on people's YouTube videos and say that how you can't handle being targeted or how you can't handle the targeting, you post up fake memes with Bible scriptures, fake Bible scriptures and Bible encouragement while you secretly, and you do just like what Trisha does, Patricia Jerome. Y'all sit there and pretend to be Christian, but then behind closed doors, y'all are perping and gossiping and perping and bullying real TIs. So how do you claim to be against the liberal agenda, but then you gang stalking me? So Ronald Soriano, he subscribed to this Candy Grand Prix channel, and he subscribed to the Targeted by the PsychWorld backup channel. I don't know if he's subscribed to the main Targeted by the PsychWorld channel, and I didn't cuss him out, but I told him, shut up, you fake TI, shut up, you fake TI perp. Ronald Soriano is a gang stalker, and so is that fake ass gang stalking simulation and all of them. But the fake TI perps, they must have multiple personalities, because they beg for money and they beg for money, and they have they have GoFundMe fundraisers and beg for money, while they hypocritically shun me and manipulate other targeted individuals against me. So and then they put up like $100,000 for a GoFundMe, while they have a house and a car. Excuse me. They have like a hundred. They put up like $100,000. My fundraiser, had been 10,000, but I didn't even get 10,000 in the fundraiser. So so Starbricker and all of them, they are demonically infested. So I don't even know, because it seems like I'm confused, because Ronald Soriano shows so-called proof of himself being gang stalked, but at the same time, you obsessed with stalking and perping me, and I don't even know you. I don't like you, and I don't even be thinking about you. But I've seen him acting like he's in support of other people's so-called targeted individual and gang stalking videos. He'll show support to other people who say that they're targets, but he's trashing and perping me unprovoked for no reason. He started to join in on a bullying campaign unprovoked, and I never even did him anything. So they have somebody in the so-called TI community on YouTube named Joe Garcia, and he got hateful and blocked me for no reason. And he has and I think he sold out and took a deal, a bribe, because when I looked on his channel, I don't know if he has more than one channel, but he had videos way more recently than 2 years ago. So it looked like he took down a lot of his recent videos and just left up a couple of videos, from 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, so I'm trying as best as I can to stand strong. So Starbricker, when I mentioned that, you know, basically I even explained in a video that even though I received donations from other targeted individuals or other people or Christians or whatever, I mean, it seemed like people didn't want to help, and I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, this is like a one-time thing for me to get help with $540 a month. So people waited until the last minute to start pouring in help. Until the very last minute. Maybe they didn't believe me until after. Maybe they didn't believe me until after I was already down here. But thankfully, I had help. But in the past 3 weeks, other than me trying to see about if I can get help with, enough money for a car or help with a car, a vehicle donation, to have wider variety of job opportunities, then other than that, well, I did ask for help for the driver's license. And that time when I got my taxes done and I needed help with transportation to get back over here. But yeah. But other than asking for help with the driver's license and help with transportation to get back over here for that night, in which I didn't get the help with the transportation, but I had just enough, just bare, and I had a few cents left over after I got back over here that night. So other than that, like, it's been a couple of weeks other than me trying to ask for help with the vehicle donation for better job opportunities. Other than that, it had been a long time I have not really needed to ask for help. So if I'm allowed to stay here next month, then you won't see me asking for help with any part of the $540, because I can cover it with my Social Security check. I can cover that by myself. But I still haven't had any, and I have my storage bill in Pensacola, and I also have my phone bill to pay. But other than that, I mean, I would have $200 left over for the entire month, unless I got any tips or donations from writing or anything else, or unless I secured a job opportunity. So, yesterday the job, they made me fill out. I'm like, but I said, well, I applied on Indeed. I'm like, oh, we need you to fill out a paper application. So I filled out the paper application, and afterwards, the lady was telling me that I need, well, she said that I need to, that they will do their own background check, and that I would have to pay for $41 for fingerprinting, and that I would have to pay for CPR classes or something like that, and I have to take like a food handling class and get like a food handling certificate or whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute. All this for $10 an hour? No thanks. I mean, I followed through with everything, but later on I thought long and hard. Like, for me to go through all this just for a low wage job, that's too much. So, the online perps like Starbricker, and they were all on that TI Watch website bragging about how they bragged and laughed about me. Um, they bragged and laughed about me turning down one of the other Cincinnati airport jobs. They bragged and laughed about me turning down that job because of it lining up with the mark of the beast. And then like, oh, and she didn't even go into detail. But then they gossiped and bragged and laughed, talking about how nobody would hire me. That after the fingerprinting, that an airport job would never hire me with fingerprinting and all that. So you're admitting that I'm on this terrorist watch list. That's, but back in 2018, I had to get fingerprinting for one of the cab driving jobs, and I was approved. And the other job in Cincinnati that they said that basically, I guess the background check came out clear or whatever, and the fingerprinting came out clear. So if all that came out clear, and they said basically the job will be ready for me in Cincinnati, if I ever decided to come back. But, I feel like, well, they would workplace mob me off the job anyway. So, I mean, these are some sick, predatory, disgusting people. The fact that you feel the need to constantly point out everything you think I'm doing wrong, you got so many crimes to cover up. So that's why you keep on trying to nitpick and point out what you think is other people's flaws. And, that's not your business. And, they think they have a license to control you because they feel like you don't act like an adult. Or, well, I don't know you. So, you don't go around policing everybody, but you just choose me to pick on. Single me out and choose me to pick on and harass. And so they hypocritically admitted that the fake Donnell Williams perp, the trolling and harassment, they admitted that what he been doing to me lately is dead wrong. But they're doing the exact same thing though. How you gonna say he is dead wrong, but y'all do the exact same thing? And then you sabotage my income. You're lying. You say that Candy's lazy and don't want to work, and then you say nobody will ever hire her. And then when I do get a job, y'all call up the place and brag and laugh. So every time if Stephon Adams does a fake blog post about Brian too or Kevin Christian, Starbricker will always come and insert and talk about me when I'm not even the topic of that post. I'm not even the subject of that post, but Starbricker, it seems like that she will always insert, her fake false talk about me. Oh wow, there's just a spider in here. So I thought the weather was supposed to be really bad. But see, the fake Darnell Williams perp, he keeps making fake profiles exposing the city that I'm at. He keeps making fake profiles to expose, to dox the city that I'm in. So I know that there's got to be what people will say, heavy spiritual warfare praying, against their attacks to get me wrongfully taken down, or, attacking my YouTube videos, attacking my ebooks, attacking my blog, attacking my TikTok, attacking my Twitter, attacking all of my online and in-person activity. And the cyber gang stalkers are more brutal than the in-person gang stalkers. So I probably should go ahead and release the videos from when I first got off the Greyhound bus. It's like, but I'm not committing any crime or doing anything wrong. But according to them, righteousness is criminalized. Righteousness and innocence is a crime to them. So, and of course, they think that they brag about how using Head and Shoulders shampoo is better than my natural soap that I bought. Well, y'all said I was nasty and stunk, right? So then when I buy soap, you say Candy bought too much soap. She foolishly bought too much soap. Well, before I even became homeless, that's my tax refund money. So if that was my prerogative and my choice, if I wanted to stock up on some soap, calling myself trying to be a prepper, and stock up and, prepare and everything like that. But, it's like you want to punish and abuse somebody who you think is intellectually disabled or challenged. I had 2 strokes when I was 5. And Star Bricker and the Gang Stalking Network, they all praise everything my twin sister does. When my twin sister does videos cooking food, they don't call her fat and greedy. They don't shun her. They don't say her food looks nasty. They praise her. And she defends and agrees with them calling me fat and greedy. So, how does my twin sister have the license to eat? My twin sister doesn't work. And she begged for a fundraiser in 2020 on Facebook. And they gave her, she begged for a $200, fundraiser. And everybody loved her enough that they gave her $315. Like, what you need a fundraiser for? And you get probably over $72,000 a year, set for life behind lying on people. So, her fake military veteran money, she probably get $5,000 or $6,000 a month, set for life. Voluntarily gave up her children and is taking care of another woman for perverse reasons. Voluntarily gave up her children just to live a perverse lifestyle. But try to control, bully, and abuse her own twin sister, but you a deadbeat mother. who voluntarily gave up your kids just so you can live that lifestyle and do what you wanted to do. But you want to try to control and police the behavior of your own twin sister, but you could not handle your kids, children, babies. You would get mad and like beat the shit out of them, yell at them, neglect them, leave them to eat their own feces, have them drinking out of toilets, starving the kids. But you could be a better parent than me, right? I would not even dream of allowing my children to drink water out of toilets and eat their own feces. Leave them in the same diaper for 3 weeks. I can go on and on. But yeah, they accept everything my twin sister does. They believe every lie my twin sister has said. If my twin sister was writing and publishing ebooks, they would give like 5-star stellar reviews. But they just have a thing against me. That's why I said the bad reviews, they're fake and they're not even genuine. And y'all that desperate that y'all have a whole fake clan army to destroy one person who you want to call intellectually disabled and retarded. So they're sex traffickers falsely accusing me of laying on my back and pity prostituting for attention and money. But their mind is always on sex. Sexually perverted. So they want to try to control everything about you. So next month, it's not right to because you hate someone who never did you anything, or because a person is in this program that you think you have the authority and the right to force punish someone with homelessness, no matter how hot or how cold the weather is. So this South Texas weather, I heard is in the summer, I heard is more brutal than Pensacola. And this is Southeast Texas, and even though it was cold when I first got here, but I heard that the summers can be brutal. And I heard they have snakes, lots of snakes in Texas. So, they lied and said that I willingly left Pensacola when they gang stalked me out of Pensacola and had me wrongfully banned from everywhere. And Stephon Adams, if he never donated shit, but I screenshot and I saw him trying to say, well, I would have gave Candy, I would have paid for Candy a bus ticket to Phoenix or Los Angeles. Motherfucker, I lived in Los Angeles already. And you don't get to dictate or control where I should live at. So this is the thing that they do. Oh yeah, I think I talked about that already. That they if they will shun me for eating oatmeal with butter and call it unhealthy, but then say that I should eat at the dollar menu, that I should eat the dollar menu fast food. But at the same time, they shun Brian too and they shun him for trying to say he eats so many calories or that he eats too much fast food or incorrect food and say, well, this is why you're sick or this is why when knowing damn well they're making us sick by torturing us with directed energy weapons. So they try to bully you into silence and they bully you into silence, and you know, they try to bully you into silence, and try to make you learn your lesson for standing up for what's right. Somebody just said, Candy, you got to get that infected tooth pulled. Well, I don't have the money. I don't have the money to get the doggone tooth pulled. So, the best thing that I've been doing was, brushing my teeth with the clay, which keeps the infection down. All these people who advocate for allopathic medicine, but I got this tooth, infected tooth it got messed up due to the depression from the gang stalking and harassment, and not being able to properly take care of myself, being homeless on the streets. But also, other targets have alluded to the idea that your tooth is infected, or your health is being ruined, or you got this going on with your body because of the directed energy weapons and Havana syndrome. So, if Starbricker, I caught her lying again and saying that I never told her she couldn't write any books, or I never tried to force her to stop writing. But it's like they want to try to harshly criticize and abuse. If I ate at Dairy Queen, they would shun me for eating at Dairy Queen. But if I went to a smoothie shop, they would shun me for that, because they would shun me for eating healthy because it's a waste of money. But then if I eat cheap dollar fast food, then I deserve every illness that I would get. So and it's like, I'm not going to hell listening to y'all. I'm not following people. I'm supposed to follow Jesus Christ, not people. Not unrepentant, demonic, willful, evil sinners. So, for you to point out Candy's doing this, Candy's doing that, you're doing it to cover up the trafficking operation that you're part of. So, they think destroying lives is a real job. And they think that destroying lives is funny. Starbricker is dying of cancer and sits at home all day and stalks everything I do from the internet. She doesn't get out and go get herself a real job at Target or Walmart or Dollar General or Dairy Queen or Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, or anywhere else. She just stays home and being a busybody in other men's matters. So, they shun conspiracy theories, which is the truth. They shun the truth and they live for lying. They think that, as I said, y'all won't ever ask me, why is it important to stalk me, an online stranger who you will never meet. Starbricker will never come here to Bloomington. I promise you. She will never come here to meet me. She's doing all her cowardly shit online and working with others. She ain't doing it alone. She will never come here to Bloomington. Stephon Adams will never come here. So, in fact, maybe I should release the videos of the Victoria police gang stalking me soon as I got off the Greyhound bus. Like they already knew. And then when I came to the front office, there were perps there, like they were already placed there before my Uber ride showed up. Before the Uber ride showed up with me in the car and going to apply and everything like that. So, I've been suffering depression because of what y'all are doing to me. But every time I try to pick myself back up, y'all harass and torment me even more and make me even more depressed. So they got so many people who shun natural cures, but they glorify the fake medical doctors and the fake medical, satanic medical, I'm not listening to people's advice because I'm not going to hell with you trying to tell me what to do. And you don't even love me. You don't care about me. You don't have my best interest at heart. People need to just stop trying to control other people, and grown adults should not be trying to control other adults. Especially, I don't even know you. You don't know me. But you think that you know me so well based on stalking somebody for years. So I guess Starbricker is going to stalk me until the day she dies. Or to the day I die, whoever dies first. But, as I said, it's weird that they're so invested in my life and my twin sisters' lives. My life and my twin sisters' life. And it's like they try to keep up with everything, but they're pretending to side with everything she does because she's working with them and for them. So, now it seems like she's supposedly pretending to be fake happy and pretending to be living her best life. But my twin sisters she has been, lying and reversing truth since foster care. And if it weren't for the foster mom, but the biological family, they were dysfunctional and messed up too, because my biological family is like a family full of liars, including Sean. They all lie. But they shun and hate me for being the only truth teller. No, the only one who asks questions and be trying to figure stuff out when something ain't right. But I'm the intellectually, mentally slow, challenged, mentally off, slow, and retarded and everything. Oh, guess what? That perp, when I got into an argument with him on that bus in Cincinnati that Sunday, that perp try to talk like New Orleans. Before I put him on film, he started to try to copy off of how New Orleans people talk. And he also tried to call me mentally off, slow, and retarded. Like, how do you know I even use those words? This is your second time meeting me. And, I was wondering, if the bus is empty, why did you decide to come all the way and follow me to the back? And you're younger than me, and then you come and sit in the same back row as me, and then try to start a conversation with me, and then start to get weird, and then start to bully, harass, and threaten me. And then when I put him on film, he kind of toned it down some. But he was talking so much shit. And then I put him on film, and then he tried to hide his face and everything. But you're so big and tough to harass and bully and gang up on a female. So even Starbricker and all them, they stalk and keep tabs with, they stalk and keep tabs on, Candy is staying at the Days Inn Hotel in Sharonville, Ohio. That was before I even released the video about what that perp at the front desk did to me. So, they find the gang stalkers are the scammers. And the fake TI perps are the scammers, just like the gang stalkers. They're part of the sex trafficking also. And they join to, some people say, because they give you the false promises that, because they tried that on me, and I'm like, I'm not stupid. I guess because I had been warned by people before. So I'm like, okay, well, I know what to look for now, but I'm glad they haven't got me. I'm glad that they didn't get me to sell out. I'm glad that they didn't try to, successfully get me to kill myself. But, so I mean, I could go without saying anything about Starbricker for like a good 6 months. If she finds out that my blog comments are open, she will flood them with harassing comments. All of them would. And then they brag about how they think that they can outsmart a target, or try to make like the target isn't all that bright, when we've been like sleep deprived. So even last night and this morning when I took, just before my nap, they vibrated my organs so bad. They vibrated my organs really bad. So yeah, I mean, it's like, so far I have not heard anything about the food stamp application. So next, I mean, well, I should be good on soap. Soap, and my bentonite clay is the toothpaste, and the swelling and infection go down when I brush my teeth with it. I need to get me some more. Like, I'm somewhat almost out of floss. Well, I got maybe a few days, couple of weeks left, but I need to get me some more floss. But the little bit of floss that I have, I've been trying to ration it. But because of this abscess tooth, I've been like flossing my teeth like with 3 different flossers. 3 flossers, rather than using the same one on all my teeth. And I use the this row last down here with a different flosser from the rest of my teeth. Like, I will floss all the top teeth with 1 row, and then I will floss all this with another flosser, and then this with a 3rd flosser, and then use the bentonite clay to floss and brush my teeth, and then I can go to sleep at night and then wake up, and the swelling, like when I'm like as I'm brushing my teeth, like lots of mucus is coming up. And then when the mucus comes up, the infection on this side, it goes down. And the pain and inflammation, it all goes away. I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. So all this would go away. But I barely have enough money for food to eat. How do I have enough money to get a tooth pulled? I'm over 21, so when I apply for food stamps, I try to see about more Medicaid as well. But I was advised to stay away from mainstream doctors and dentists, because they get paid to poison and kill you. So you have to try to heal yourself naturally. So the online perps, they shun the idea of somebody mixing baking soda and vinegar in a bath. And other people say that they've done it too. Like when you take the bentonite clay baths, and when you take the bentonite clay bath, and then you put bentonite clay, add some salt, peppermint or lavender or orange or cedar wood or whatever oil, and then you put apple cider vinegar, baking soda, and if you want to, coconut oil, your jojoba oil, olive oil, avocado oil, and swish it around, and water as hot as you can handle. I put a whole box of baking soda and maybe a cup of vinegar, and I swish like all that around in the tub. I can't do it here because they don't have a tub. They just have the shower thing. But, you can always take foot baths, foot soaks. But, and then I would set my timer on my phone, and I would, keep switching position. I explained this in the most recent ebook that I wrote. So, I try like to switch positions like every 5 minutes, and also make sure you get all in your hair and your face and everything. And like within 15 minutes, if you got like blackheads and stuff, the blackheads start protruding and just coming out like naturally coming out of you. You start sweating, all the oil come off of you. Even if you don't put coconut oil or whatever oil in your bath water, the oils and toxins and everything, it will have like a certain kind of film. They have a certain kind of film that like a filmy like a waxy kind of film at the top of the water after you detox or towards the end of your detox. And then people say that, I don't know if it's true or not, but people say that when you take an Epsom salt bentonite clay bath, that's the nanotechnology. That's the nanotechnology being detoxified from your body. And then, even I knew this way back in 2012, 13, 14, but recently I even saw TikTok videos of people with autistic babies, that if the child is like 2 or 3 years old and they're autistic and can't talk, the parents like flip out when they find out, oh man, my child is my son is standing up, or my daughter can talk now, or oh, she's eating, oh, she she used to be a finicky eater, oh, after this detox bath, oh, she's back to normal. So but other targeted individuals, they say as well, like I get shunned for the one time I ate at Wendy's last year. I think it was only one time, and all I had was $3 and nobody really wanted to help me. So I got shunned for quote unquote, eating, and it was, crap. I got shunned for eating crap food. I got heavily shunned for eating crap food and told that there's no excuse. So, but then if I go buy a smoothie or a salad, oh, you're wasting your money. Like, mind your business. Fuck you. You don't even care about me. You want to control other people, but you want to control people who you do not give a damn about. So, the same person who's trying to sabotage your way of living, and they trying to control you, and they get mad and say, your way of doing things is not working. So they want to think they got the authority to try to bully and coerce you, back into mental health. Now, what if I stand before God and God strikes me to hell and judges and punishes me for listening to you tell me to go see a psychiatrist and take those toxic psychiatric poison medication? That's another way of you trying to force me to go kill myself. Because if I would have still been, excuse me, y'all, if I would have still been on psychiatric medications, then, I think I would be dead by now. And I probably would have been fatter and greedier. I probably would have been more fat and greedier. But I heard it's harder to lose weight because of all these metal fillings in my mouth. And I heard that the metal fillings in your mouth will weaken your immune system and make you more prone to infection and make it harder to lose weight. But the mainstream medical system is killing you. I've been warned for long before I found out the truth. Like back in 2000, when I was a teenager, people used to warn against root canals. Tell you, do not get a root canal. Saying that root canals can kill you. So, they say, with radiation and cancer, that going to chemotherapy is poisoning you with more medication and killing you off faster. But if you hear about Gerson therapy, or, I heard baking soda can cure cancer, and coconut oil can reverse and cure diabetes. I promise you. So, y'all sitting there shunning and laughing at me. Y'all ignorant. But the thing is, y'all want me to die off faster. You try to coerce and force somebody to serve the New World Order. The New World Order way of living. But if you took the juice, then, y'all know y'all gonna die off faster. Y'all won't even be able to live to see the New World Order. Because, they want depopulation and killing people, and they think it's good for the earth. But they're not poisoning themselves, though. They're not poisoning themselves, but they'll tell you to take this poison. They're not poisoning their families or their kids, but they'll tell you to take this poison. So that juice, it causes autism, cancer, heart problems, more obesity, and everything else. I'm sitting here trying to change my life around and trying to better myself, and y'all trying to criminalize me for that. Y'all saying nobody wants to hire me. You shun me for trying to get a job, but then you shun me if I don't get a job, and you say, well, all she does is lay down in bed all day and pity prostitute begging for money. But, they're the sexually perverted minded sex traffickers. That's how they try to falsely. And it's like all I was trying to do was stay safe out of bad weather. I finally found me a place, and as soon as I get here, y'all brag about how you brag about how you found out where I lived at illegally because you're stalking me, and then they do extra research and diligent work to try to play some guessing games and try to figure out, like, so, I mean, they be on it with stalking everything I do, trying to control my life, trying to control everything I do. And, you know, why would you want, if I got me a place to live, why would you try to put me back on the streets again? Why? You're too old to be trolling and harassing and ruining lives. But that's that demon that's driving you to do this. So y'all trying to make it like, because you found out where I live at, that, oh, this is going to make Candy more quiet about the gang stalking. So, you know, certain of my supporters have told me that some of my supporters have told me that my supporter subscribers have told me that you know, a few of them have told me that they wanted to send me a care package or send me something. So, I mean, I would wanted to maybe tell people privately, but the perps, they have publicly doxed the city that I'm living in. And you know, they want to try to remain undetected. And as I said, I don't feel comfortable with them knowing where I live at. All I said was South Texas, and they researched to the point where they illegally found out exactly where I'm at. Damn. You know, y'all. I mean, and they want to try to you know, think that they want to cyber babysit online strangers. I mean, you want to try to cyber babysit a stranger from online who doesn't even know you. You know, and they're the wicked people who act like they want to play God and punish, judge, and control, and make like they want to teach people a lesson or make you learn your lesson, you know, and everything. You know, straight up bullying. But they're going to have many lessons to learn when they burn in hell. They don't think they're going to hell. They think that they're going to heaven. Or they try to laugh and say that heaven and hell are not real, or that God does not exist. Because of the cult that I grew up in, that I was forced against my will to be in, the fake IDMR cult, after being upset with that, it is not uncommon for former cult followers to turn atheists. But I'm glad that I found out the real, true Jesus Christ. Now, like, there's a such thing as real Christianity. That some people try to make like all Christianity is fake. But your religion is fake too. So it's a spiritual battle, and the gang stalkers they want to destroy they try to control us so that they can destroy our souls and set us up to go to hell. Right where they going. They want us to go to hell when we die. So it's like when they provoke us, and you hear about the reactive abuse with narcissistic abuse in the victims. When they provoke us, you know, but you got to keep exposing what they're doing. But, you know, they provoke us and they set us up to sin, to slip up and sin. Just so they could be like, ha, 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 I told you she was a fake Christian. Especially when you're trying to get closer to God and better yourself. And the devil will keep attacking you and attacking you and attacking you. So it's like, if you profess to be Christian, everything is worse for you. You get attacked when you're trying to very hard to get close to God or try to be righteous. You get the most attacked by Satan's friends or Satan's puppets, or you get, you know, if you're not if you just like not serving him at all, you also get heavily attacked. Some people say it's God chastising you to try to get you back in line, But some people say that, you get attacked to test your faith. But if you're lukewarm or playing both sides, it seems like the devil kind of back off and leave you alone. And I notice all that in my personal experiences too. But it is important and better for me to try to get closer to God. So now that I have a place to live, like the other day, I caught myself being so bored. And there've been times when I've been on the streets, being homeless on the streets. And so distracted with the homeless like that, I don't even really get the opportunity to have some downtime and some quiet time to try to get closer to God or read the Bible and pray. And that's what they want. You're constantly distracted by the gang stalking. And guess what? When I'm homeless on the streets and try to read the Bible or listen to the Bible or try to listen to my Christian songs, what they would do is they might come with the noise campaign, a violent, aggressive noise campaign as I'm trying to listen to or read the Bible. And then, you feel all kinds of wrong if you're in the middle of reading the Bible and a perp comes, to do some form of harassment. And then, I have Tourette's. But, if you have a Tourette's outburst, or you go off or whatever, then you feel like emotionally beat yourself up about it, and even question whether or not you was blasphemous. If you got OCD, you question whether or not you've been blasphemous, and you feel like a failure because they manipulated and set you up to lose your temper or whatever, go off and cuss them out. And but then also they it's like they brag about manipulating you to slip, just like with narc abuse. They have like a video memes on TikTok about how not a still photo meme, but a video meme on TikTok about how the narcissistic partner would do all this stuff to trigger and provoke you. And then after they trigger and provoke you, they put you on film and video you going off and saying, fuck you, I hate you. And then they brag about, see, I told you she was crazy. I told you she was nuts. Or something along those lines. But the foster mom used to abuse, trigger, and provoke me during my teenage years. And the psych game she would play was, she would record me going off on her and telling her the truth about herself. Telling her off and going off and telling the truth about herself. And she would pretend to be fake extra quiet. And just, and she would start recording, audio recording me like a tape recorder. Audio recording me. This was like in the late 90s, early 2000s. She started audio recording me. And then she would make threats to send it to the social worker. Just like my twin sister copied off of her and video recorded me. Video recorded our arguments in 2017 when I was by her. And then she kept it all those years and then put it on YouTube. Just to make even other professed targeted individuals hate me and look at me a certain way. And her fake tactics even worked. It worked. Like the video smear campaign from 2017 with her lying on me and said I touched Raven, and she put it all on video and everything. It's like the targeted individual community, it seemed like they're all vouched for that video. So, but the video, I wish that I could have kept that video for over a decade. It was back in 2008 or 2009 where this couple had exposed her for being the actual one to have molested her kids and everything. And being such a horrible mother. A failure of a mother. And she had neighbors in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And she tried to make it like as if the neighbors were stalking and harassing and being intrusive and everything, you know. But she tried to make like, well, she didn't know the term gang stalking back then either. But she tried to insinuate that they were basically gang stalking and sabotaging her. But she's scared to go up against neighbors, but she would try to overpower her own twin sister. But she couldn't, and even the biological sister Ramona, defenseless of her own kids and scared, but try to be tough and think you got so much power, rulership, and authority over me. And you know, Monica and Raymond, they used to fuck clean over Ramona really bad, to the point where she would have retarded, narcissistic, fake meltdowns. Her own biological birth children had zero respect for her. No respect. And they thought everything was funny. They were very disobedient, and at 13 years old, just wow. Like Raymond was 14 years, my nephew Raymond was 14 years old bragging about being 14 years old and having sex with 18-year-olds. And I'm like, wow. And y'all got all this wrong in y'all life. And y'all be overcritical and self-righteous and like microscopically pick with everything they think that Candy is doing wrong. Just like the Masonic Smelly Crab family. You sit there and prostitute your daughters and granddaughters and everything, but y'all sitting here worrying about what I'm doing. To cover up the sex trafficking of and pimping out your freaking teenage daughters. But y'all want to talk about Candy's doing this, Candy's doing that. Mind your own business and tend to your own damn family. You don't even care about us anyway. When I went over in 2018, the Foster family and that Masonic Smelly Crab family, they treated me like as if in 2017, you know, the Foster family, and then in 2018, the Crab family, they treated me like as if my presence was not welcome. And so to see the foster mom claim to be any kind of mother, she would still yell at me, abuse me, and treat me like a punished child with no rights. And but it's like, I don't understand or get the point if or how. If you raise somebody from 6 months old all the way to adulthood and their age out of foster care, I should have put this in the other video from the other day about the foster care. I gotta kiss your ass and call you. You don't even think about me. You don't even worry about or wonder about me, but you're sitting here wishing for my death and destruction. Talking about that I'm going to be a homeless, drug addicted, crazy, schizophrenic prostitute on, you know, and that I'm gonna wind up dead in jail or dead and deserve it, or that they're gonna lock me up in a mental institution, or that they're gonna put me in a prison psych ward where I'll be locked up for life, and that nobody will ever, that I will never get out. So, with other low income and homeless people who do social media, I didn't realize until recently that if you're homeless out on the streets, or if you're homeless on the streets, or if you're homeless out on the streets, or if you poor or disabled or something, and you do social media, I did not realize that that you can put up an Amazon wish list for your subscribers, like YouTube subscribers or TikTok followers, Twitter followers. That if you could put up a wish list for things that you need, and if you put up a wish list for things that you need, and other people might buy it for you or send it to you and stuff like that. But it's like the perps have a mission to keep me homeless. They think I deserve to be, as another form of undeserved prison. That it's another form of undeserved prison, like the fact that you want to keep me forced, poor, and homeless, and think I deserve to be punished with just this $200 of cash left over. I mean, $200 of money left over for the month. And you think that I don't deserve to make anything more or outside of my Social Security. When people are struggling, prices of everything is going up. People are financially struggling, and you want to keep somebody forced, poor, and homeless because you don't like them and you want them to die. And all this hate is unprovoked. You're not trying to search for where my twin sister lives at and make her homeless. If my twin sister put up a fundraiser, she would have had millions. My twin sister is fraudulently and illegally adored by the world as a as fake praise for living her life as a compulsive liar. So if my twin sister eats and would do a mukbang with China, they would get praise, and they're smacking their food like animals and everything else. And my twin sister had been bigger than me. But I'm sitting here, if I just had one small bowl of farina throughout the whole day, that's too much. Or they want to paint this false picture that I'm just eating excessively, and I'm just a voracious, greedy pig. And they falsely trigger me and try to call me greedy. See? They keep on making my phone freeze. So they call me greedy at every opportunity. So I don't even remember exactly what I said, but they just made my phone freeze. They've been trying to make my phone freeze lately. So if my twin sister could do a mukbang with China and smack food and eat like an uncivilized pig, they get praise and be bigger than me. But for me, I get shunned if I eat a small bowl of farina and that's all I had. And they try to paint this false picture that I have an overeating, voracious, greedy sickness, this big problem, and they try to make it like, oh, Candy, just lay around the house and do nothing. It's my house. I don't have anything I can do. What you expect me to do? Go outside so that y'all can see me get your laughs off of seeing me getting perked. I would love to go outside and go for walks and be losing some weight. But I mean, I can't even go outside because y'all brag about how you get paid to perk the shit out of me. Well, I can't even step out my front door. Can't even step out my front door without more harassment and abuse. So, and it's none of your business if I did sit around in the house all day. At least I have a roof over my head now. Look what they're doing. Look, you heard that? I felt and heard it. Wow. They keep freezing my phone, so I'm going to have to go now.